Okay, I've got the questions.
Touch that.
Wait, let's do an intro.
An intro.
It looks like we're filming a podcast. Really, I feel like I need to be at the same level as you. Yeah.
That's fine. Just both got like big torsos. Short legs.
Our kids are gonna have big torsos and short legs.
Sorry.
We're not sponsored by these two companies, but we wish we were. We got our Aussie snacks.
Courtesy of our friend Liz.
Steaks and bullets. So this is like a bit of a strange setting, but we rented this place and we thought we'd film the Q&A for you guys here. So got all the questions.
There's a lot.
There's so many.
How about you choose one, I choose one. Go.
Okay.
Boop, 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 boop.
I think we should start with like the main question.
The main question.
You know what question that is?
Tell me.
How did we meet?
How did we? Okay.
I think we need to like just dive into it.
Start off
strong and go from there. Okay, how did we meet?
I mean, it's a very short story.
I think it is short, but I think we're blowing this out of proportion.
Well, you want me to explain it? Okay, I'll provide a little bit of context from my side.
Okay.
Okay, so I've been wanting to live in Korea for the longest part. Had everything ready. This was like maybe in like 2018, 19. Wanted to come to Korea, wanted to live there, but then kind of got like stopped by the whole military service, even though I was born in New Zealand. I still had to do the service. It was very complicated procedure. Yeah, very annoying. And then COVID happened, so that even like solidified that I couldn't come to Korea even more. I wanted to be in the culture, you know, living it,
immersed,
breathing it. And so finally the COVID restrictions kind of loosened up. So I was like, okay, let's book that ticket, let's go there, let's check it out.
First solo trip to Korea.
First solo trip. Well, first solo trip of my lifetime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was only first solo to Korea. I thought you had done solo travel before.
No. I'm too scared. Obviously, as solo travels, I download Tinder. But, and I've told this story to everyone that I know. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It was more just to like meet up with the locals. I was going there solo. Obviously, I prefer to be with people to share those experiences with. So the majority of the things that we're doing was going to a cafe, going to their favorite spot, going to Hangang. Maybe there's a little, you know.
Little what?
Little spicy ones here and there, but anyway, it's Tinder.
That was not the point. It was lonely, but it was not the point.
No.
Of the trip.
No. The trip was to come to Korea, feel like a local, be a part of the majority, learn the language, all that kind of stuff. But I only had like 15 days.
Yeah.
Speed up the process.
Okay.
I had no friends.
So downloaded Tinder. Matched with people.
Matched with Katie.
Matched with me.
Yeah.
I think this is where my story comes in.
Yeah, you share your part. I've exposed myself completely.
Yeah, you have. So I came to Korea and obviously I'm single. But the whole point was not to date someone because I did not want to get attached to a little Korean boy.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was only gonna come here for like a year or a short amount of time anyway. So the point was not to actually meet someone to date, but it was more so for me to meet people to have more friends because I also didn't have that many friends in Korea. Most of my friends as I came here were full-time office workers, so they work 9 to 5. I could only see them in the evening. So I was very like lonely, not in that sense, but I was by myself a lot of the time during the day. And also I had so much social anxiety coming here because I didn't know the language that well. I was just really scared of going out by myself. So my friends were like, obviously Katie, like you're in Korea, you're by yourself, you should download Tinder, blah blah. So I did meet up a few people. It was very like friendly meetings and stuff like that. And then stumbled upon this dude on Tinder.
Okay.
Honestly, to be honest, like first glance, not necessarily my style. Not style, but I was like, he looks like not that nice of a guy. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
I get told that I look like a fuckboy a lot.
Yeah, that's but he's like the sweetest. Yeah, he's like the sweetest guy. You're a sweet guy.
I'm just goofy.
You're goofy, but you're sweet too.
Yeah, sure.
So when I matched with him, I was like, you know what? Actually, perfect because he's coming on vacation, so he has all the time in the world to hang out with me during the day. And the guy speaks Korean and English, so that was just like my perfect a dude that I can hang out with during the day. And he's like, I want to meet a local.
Coming back to New Zealand.
Actually, you were really nice. Like, oh, like, don't feel any pressure. Like, I'm obviously not, like, expecting you to think, like, I'm the one, like, this and that. Like,
but I really liked her. I really liked her. I cried so much.
I was like, do I expose him now?
I cried so much when I was saying goodbye to her at the airport.
Like, I've never seen a guy cry that much. He literally, like, I was hugging him, but then he's like, the body was moving, and I was like, oh my god, are you crying?
I couldn't breathe. I didn't feel anything until I officially say goodbye to this person that I just met. And it just hit me. What if I don't see this person again? And so I was like frantically looking around to like delay the time so I can spend more time with her. Jamba juice?
Yeah, Jamba juice.
Smoothie shack or something like that? Get a smoothie shack because I want to spend more time with you. I think in the moment I knew, well, it wasn't that specific moment, but like that was one of the more iconic ones where I felt I knew you were the one.
Wow. He said on the camera, guys. For me, it was when you left, and I feel like the distance definitely makes the heart fonder because I was like, I kind of miss this guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's
silly.
Let's keep going with the next question. So I guess another question is, how often do we see each other during our long distance? So we're actually like really lucky because of like I'm a freelance and he was just able to get like vacation days, and so we saw each other in Korea, June.
Yes.
And then August, we saw each other again in Australia.
Yes.
That's when you moved to Australia. October, we saw each other in Vietnam. And then I surprised him in December in Australia again. And now he's here.
Now I'm here. What are the top 3 things that made long distance easier? I'd say technology. Obviously, back in the day, if our parents were doing this shit, if our parents are doing that, long distance, or send letters, or fax, or pigeons. Oh, your parents did that?
Yeah, the letters.
Oh, wow,
yeah. I think we're also good people, a good match in the sense that we text similarly, good banter back and forth, because I feel like a bad texter is so bad for long distance.
Of course.
So second thing that made it easier for us.
Texting, FaceTime, you know, Netflix party, all that kind of stuff. Made it so much easier.
I think the second thing for me that made it easier was the communication. We're really good at communicating.
Can you share your future 5-year plan? This is like an interview question.
No,
Where do you see
that's
yourself
too
in 5 years? No.
I think this is a really funny one.
Yeah.
Can Justin speak yet?
Can, a little bit.
He can.
A teeny little bit.
No.
Xin một đại quân. Xin một phở bò.
Yeah, phở bò.
Phở bò.
Wow.
Xin chào. Head side.
Head side.
Head side. Head side? That's delicious.
Yeah.
That was, oh my god, again?
Trời ơi.
Oh, trời ơi. That's my favorite. Oh, trời ơi.
How did he ask you out? I think that's
You can answer this one.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't think I needed necessarily to be asked out, but he had told me prior, he's like, I'm gonna ask you out, like officially, one day. I'll ask you out properly to be my girlfriend.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did. So that's why I was waiting for it. So I was like, okay, whatever. He's like,
Well, I wanted to do it in person.
Yeah.
She won't Korea. I'm not gonna like text her like, hey, would you like to be my girlfriend? I'm not gonna like do it over FaceTime.
So I was like waiting for it, but then obviously as a girly, I'm talking to all my friends and I'm like, this is who I'm talking to, blah, blah, blah. And then all my girlies are like, well, are you guys dating or what? Like, what's going on? And so when I saw him, I was like, well, are you gonna ask me or like what?
Okay, here's my side of the story. I was gonna take her to a nice little bar on the harbour side of Sydney, you know, the waterfront. It's gonna be nice and spectacular. I was gonna ask her to like dress up. I was gonna dress up. And then like, you know, sit on like a nice little bench overlooking the harbour, the harbour bridge. You know, not too many people. It's like nighttime. I was gonna ask her. But then she like...
At dinner.
Snatched it.
Yeah. I was like, you better tell me right now. Actually, you said at the dinner, you're like, I'm waiting for a special occasion. I'm like, this is a special occasion, okay? Just ask me right now. It was really nice dinner. Do you guys have any same tattoo?
Any same tattoo? I mean, we will.
Exactly. Sorry, mom.
Is that a spoiler?
It probably will come out after our tattoo. So
I guess we'll show it afterwards.
Yeah, if ever this video comes out after us getting our tattoo, then I'll put a photo of it. Best advice for someone trying out long distance relationship?
Yeah.
Well, I think we covered it before.
No, that's how it made it easier. This is advice to someone that's doing it.
That's doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think to have a plan to end the long distance. Like when you enter a long distance, you have to think about the end game. Either we both move in together somewhere or one person meets the other. So there needs to be an active planning or else there's like no point to the long distance.
That's true.
If you're never gonna meet that person.
Be prepared to put in a lot of effort.
I think it's even more work than a regular relationship.
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah.
It's like double. Because she's all the way over there. I'm over here. And so, you know, little things like just like saying good morning, good night, and I love you, you know, giving her little hugs and kisses and all. I can't do that in person. It's very easy. But now you have to do it over text.
Yeah.
And you have to express it even more.
So for it to
I'm
show.
not present, right?
Yeah.
So it does require a lot of work.
This is an interesting one. Wait, did we finish the last question? Yeah, we did. Describe finally ending your long distance relationship in one word.
Easy. What? Yeah. Yes.
Easy.
Yeah, it was easy for me. It was
Okay.
an easy decision.
Yeah, I think for me it's like
Relief?
yeah, relief.
Oh yeah, relief.
Okay, next. How is it to live together? We also get that question a lot.
I find it really easy. I've never lived with a previous partner before.
Yeah, so I've had experience living with a partner. He's never lived with a partner before. And we also started as a long distance, but it's really easy to live with him. Yeah.
I had a lot of people at work like, oh yeah, I'm gonna move. I'll live with my long distance girlfriend. And they're like, are you sure about that? Yes, I'm sure about that.
Yeah, honestly, it's really easy.
See, like there's like parts where we'll clash. But she's lived her life her way, I've lived my life my way. So there's always gonna be like certain things that are like, but we'll
work it out. Yeah, we'll work it out.
For Justin, how do you feel about Katie speaking something? I mean, I don't I don't feel any certain way about her speaking Korean to me. She doesn't have to speak Korean to me. I prefer English, obviously. No, but like, every now and then I'll like talk to you in Korean.
For Katie, what made you take Justin seriously when he first approached you? It's kind of funny because like I was saying, when I first saw your profile, I was kind of like, not really my style.
Right.
You did have one gym photo.
But you kind of have to.
You don't have to, but because you have to, I was like,
or the fish. You know?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you have the gym photo, I'm even more so like, oh, he's a gym rat type of guy. A little bit like of a bad guy. So obviously, bad guy.
Bad boy.
So obviously, like, not that I didn't take you seriously, but it was more like I didn't think about the extent of our relationship until now. Right. The first time. The very first impression. But now we're here.
We're here.
Okay, so I think the biggest question now is our future plan. Where are we settling down? And so we're settling down in Canada.
Quebec, Montreal.
Yes, so we're going back home. Well, home for me. So he got his visa. And he's gonna be a little Canadian boy very soon.
Little maple boy.
Maple kiwi. We're leaving Korea very soon. We are coming back in Montreal at the end of June. Are you excited?
For Canada? Oh yeah. I was gonna say something.
What are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna do like an accent, but I'm terrible at accents. Okay, next question. Justin's favorite thing about Katie? She's like staring at me so intensely. It's very simple. She makes me laugh. She's a very funny gal.
What was her?
Very funny. A lot of the previous girls I dated, they'll try out their humor. For me, as a silly dude, I need the other person to react and like kind of, give me back that same silly energy, and she replicates that for me perfectly. And so that's honestly my favorite thing about her. Like obviously, there's a lot of things that I love about her. What about Katie's favorite thing about Justin?
That's not one of the questions.
That's my question.
Okay, Katie's favorite thing about Justin.
Yeah, tell me.
Is that despite looking like this,
yeah,
is the sweetest dude.
Oh,
he's very, very caring. Yeah. I've never had someone so attentionate, caring, I don't know, just like in touch with your feelings.
Yeah, thank you.
Sweet guy.
Sweet guy.
He's funny, obviously, but that's a given. What are our love language?
Love language.
Love languages. I think first one is quality time for both of us.
Of course. They kind of have to be.
Yeah.
Come from long distance.
Yeah. Quality time.
One for me, I never realized how important words of affirmation was until I met this little silly. Before, I think it was like quality time, acts of service, and physical touch were like my top three, but like words of affirmation, she's like, she knows exactly what to say to me, like how to compliment me, how to support me, how to lift me up. I mean,
you reciprocate the same energy to me also. I mean, you also give me a lot of words of affirmation, which is one of my top love languages. So you definitely meet that. So I'm just giving you back what you deserve as well, right? Anyway, were you both content creators before you met? So I was a content creator. Well, I still am a content creator before meeting him. And you?
I wouldn't say content creator, but I enjoy photography. I enjoy like landscape photography, street photography, portrait, all that kind of stuff.
I did tell a lot of people you were a photographer.
Yeah, I wouldn't say photographer, but like it's a hobby.
I was like, right? He's a photographer.
No. And I've done a little bit of like videography on like YouTube, here and there. I've dabbled in it, so it was kind of easy for me to transition from that to content creation and stuff like that. I'm giving it a go.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes.
Okay, actually, this is not even one of the questions that were asked. In another Q&A, someone asked us who said I love you first, but it's literally such a funny story to both of us, so we thought we would give you guys a little fan service. It's episode 16 of the K-drama, okay?
Oh, yes.
The fan service. So, I don't even know how long we had been talking. Basically, I think we both knew that we wanted to say I love you in person, because obviously the long distance kind of sucks. You don't want to say I love you through a phone or whatever, because it doesn't feel as, you know, intimate or natural as you want it to be. So we were both kind of saving it to when we were going to see each other again. But there was this one night. So I went out with some friends and I came home at like 4 a.m. like a wild night in Seoul. So I was taking the night bus home, and he was still living in New Zealand at the time. So it was like a 3-hour difference, I think. I think it was 7 because it was 4 for me, or like 3 a.m. for me, something like that. Anyway, it was really early for him because he was going to pick up his mom at the airport. He's like, hey, are you up? Or he just messaged me something and I'm like, hey, by the way, I haven't gotten home yet. And he was like, oh, yeah. So we like were talking, but like I hadn't gone to bed and he had just woken up. So we were both like extremely tired.
Both running on like 2 brain cells.
Yeah, in the morning, exactly.
Yeah.
And then he says, oh, I think my mom's arriving soon.
Yeah.
I gotta go, like have a good night or something, whatever. He's like, okay, bye, love you. He says it like that. And I'm tired, and I literally I pause for a second, but I'm kind of tired. I'm like, me too, bye. And we both hang up. And then I'm literally like, wait. I'm like, did he just say, I love you? So I'm like on my phone and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what did you just say? I'm like, did you just say I love you?
Yeah, well, from my point of view, I kind of, obviously, like I said before, we want to say it in person. I was like, okay, see you, bye. And then my intention was to hang up, but it just slipped out. The love you, it just slipped out.
It's
like,
really
love
easy,
you.
yeah.
And then I pulled the phone down, and I was like, oh, did she hear that? And I hung up.
It's true, because he thought I didn't hear it. And he's just gonna pretend and go by his day thinking I didn't hear this? Like, guys.
Oh,
so I literally caught it. I'm like, how dare you say I love you and then just not even answer me after that. It's like, I thought you didn't hear it. So I think that concludes our Q&A for today.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.